Okay, and welcome to our Opulent Freedom Lifestyle event. My name's Jana. I'll be hosting the majority of the event tonight, but we will be hearing from a few different amazing women throughout the night regarding an amazing product, program and opportunity that we've come across. So they're going to share some of their results, some of the things they're excited about, and some of the things that have happened to them. But we're really excited because we've got 3 girls launching their businesses tonight. So we're really excited to hear from Sarah, Vanessa, and Rochelle. So we'll hear from them sort of at the halfway point and hear how they found us and what's got them interested. For now, I guess a little bit about me. I found this opportunity 22 months ago now, and I was literally, like everyone else, trading time for money, working in my full-time job. I'd been working for the government between different government agencies for almost 12 years, 11 years when I found it. And I had been researching the product Juice Plus prior to the opportunity coming up. Purely for my husband. My husband is a terrible eater, a typical male, in that he only likes to eat meat and potato. And I was the opposite. Chalk and cheese. I was the crazy juicing fanatic that likes her 3 to 5 meals a day, fruit and vegetables. But you know, I forgot about that because I was researching Juice Plus a couple of other products. I hadn't just found that and found the gold mine there, but there was a couple other products involved. But I was working away, and I'd switched over government agencies just after maternity leave with my second baby. So I've got 2 beautiful boys. But when I went back to work, I was in a new office, new responsibilities, more staff to look after, more traveling, longer hours, taking work home with me, and it was super stressful compared to where I was before. So I was insane to take this position, really. And my children were in full-time care. So I wasn't seeing a great deal of them, and when I was, it was really putting them in front of the TV so I could get their dinner organised, feed them, bath and put them to bed, and then when the weekend came around, it was fast forward. So when this opportunity came up for me, it was just on a mummy's page. I reached out to a person that I'd never met before. I was super skeptical. It all seemed too good to be true. It was health, it was wellness, it was work on your own terms, and, you know, a whole lot of what this could be for you. And it resonated in a whole lot of ways, but obviously super scary as well. But I reached out to this girl, and she was amazing. She slowly answered all their questions, and I had hundreds. I've owned a traditional business before, so I had hundreds of questions to throw at her, but she was amazing. She answered them all slowly and asked me if I'd heard of Juice Plus or the Juicy Body Transformation. And I was excited because I'd heard of Juice Plus. I'd done a fair bit of reading on it. And I thought, why not? I'm going to get hubby on it. I'm going to do it. Didn't think I'd have any results myself, being that I was that crazy fruit and vegetable girl. But and I got the family on it, and within 4 months of doing the business as well, covering my product, I was able to go part-time. And within 10 months, I was able to resign. So I've been a stay-at-home mum now with my children since January, not something I ever thought would be possible. Thought I'd always be working, following in the footsteps of my parents, work to retirement, face the fact that I was going to miss all these special moments with my children, and never realising there was such an opportunity out there. So I've been truly blessed to be able to help so many people on that journey, and to continue doing so, not only with the product but with the amazing business. So what is Juice Plus? Juice Plus is literally, you know, the product itself's been around for 27 years, but the business company itself 47. So our hero product is our fruits, vegetables and berry blend capsules. All right, these are truly amazing in that they're just fruits and vegetables. The whole theory and idea around them is to bridge the gap in your diet, bridge the gap between what you're eating and what you should be eating, or increase an already healthy diet. All right, so when you take these on a daily basis, you're literally getting an extra variety of 27 fruits, vegetables and berries. That's huge. That's amazing. You know, with all my juicing and with all my eating, I could not do that on a daily basis. So to know that I can do that with these capsules, and that there's no nasties in there, no synthetic, no artificial ingredients, just produce, is pretty cool. I love the fact that I can read the label with this. You know, for the instance, the fruit blend's got apple, pineapple, peach, prune, orange, cranberry, papaya, beet, cherry and date. That's it. That's all that's in there. And that specific blend goes in there because each of those produce have, you know, amazing nutritional value. But when they're put in there together, they work so much better in synergy than they do on their own. So that's pretty unique. And the other thing is there's no warning label. This is perfectly safe if you're pregnant, if you're breastfeeding, unless you're allergic to the pineapple or the papaya. Juice Plus is safe for you to take. You know, and as much as I was that crazy eating fruit and vegetable girl, there's no way I was getting papaya into my diet each day, or kale even. I like putting kale into my smoothies, but kale's been in Juice Plus for 27 years, and as much as everyone's going on about it as a new fad, they've known about it all this time, which is pretty cool. What I love also is, yes, I can still eat all my fruits and vegetables, and know that, you know, the cellular level that I'm getting in my capsules is actually stronger than what I'm eating with my fresh fruits and vegetables. What I mean by that is our fruits and vegetables are literally picked well before their prime ripening. Okay, so they're picked off the vine because we want to eat them when they're nice and lush, when they're nice and green and red and firm or crunchy. All right, that doesn't mean that they're necessarily at their highest nutritional value. They're also picked off the vine earlier because our supermarkets need them, and then they're sprayed, and various waxes and chemicals are put on them because they've got a week or two journey to get to us into our supermarkets. All right, and then when we actually purchase our produce, we're taking it home, we're peeling it, we're pipping it, we're cooking it, and then we're losing a lot of those nutrients also. The produce that goes into Juice Plus is literally grown only for Juice Plus. Our farms are 3 generations old. There's no sprays and chemicals or waxes required, because when our fruits and vegetables are picked, there's no travel involved. Our factories are co-located. And our fruits and vegetables get to stay on the vine until they are at that highest cellular level. And that's because we're not going to be eating it. We don't care about the taste. So it can be that crazy looking colour, or it can be, you know, a little bit softer or a little bit firmer. From there, like I said, it's picked, taken straight into our factories, which are washed, where they are washed and cleaned. And then it goes through a vat, conveyor belt, or wherever where it is pulped. Okay, and this includes the peel, the pip, even some of the stem. There's so much nutritional value in all those items that are normally that we're taking out. In that pulping process, all the liquid is removed, coincidentally, the sugar, which is a good thing. And then in a slow cooling process, it's turned into our powder form. Okay, the powder form is then capsulated into our vegan vegetarian capsule, when it leaves all our live enzymes, micronutrients, phytonutrients still all intact. And then obviously they're popped into these beaut little containers and sent to us when we swallow them. All right, and look, we all absorb nutrients differently, but between 3 to 7 minutes it goes into your body and goes to work. And what I mean by that is, we all absorb nutrients differently, and we all have inflammation different inside of us. So for some people, it might show up in skin, in acne, psoriasis, eczema, getting all sorts of words jumbled up tonight, hair, nails, and then you'll start to see it in other areas like immunity, your kidney health, liver health. People are pooping better, sleeping better. You get that extra energy because you're starting to, you know, fuel yourself at a more opulent level. This is all about the micronutrients, all that oil in the engine, getting things working the way they should be. And as much as, you know, I thought my body was working at that really good level, you know, being that I was eating so well, the things that have changed for me have been amazing, and they just weren't at all expected. All right, so what I also love about our hero product, our micronutrition or our capsules, is they've had over 36 peer-reviewed studies done on them. That's crazy, you know. Yes, Juice Plus helped fund those studies, but to have that gold label on there that they're peer-reviewed, that's unheard of. And it's something that we, you know, get to share because anybody can access those at any stage. And we've got 3 ongoing studies at the moment, and we're a part of one here in Australia and New Zealand. And when any adult takes the trio of capsules, they get to sponsor a child for free for 4 years between the ages of 4 and 18. So I love that, because really our company definitely has a big heart, and to be able to do that, you're literally buying one, getting one for free. And the children can either have the fruit and vegetable capsule if they're a bit older, or they can have it in a yummy chew form for the little ones to eat. And it's literally the same powder that goes into the capsule, but it's just joined with an all-natural plant-based tapioca. So they're super yummy, and that allows your child to get an extra 17, an extra variety of 17 fruits and vegetables into their little growing bodies each and every day. That's a huge relief for any parent knowing that, because they're so fussy. You know, I've got one that actually eats quite well, a bit like me, and the other one, like his dad, is an absolute shocker of an eater. So to know that I can get these chews into his little body each day as he's growing, as his brain's developing, as he's going in and out of childcare or kinder facilities and, you know, fighting off bugs is really amazing, because one day he'll eat broccoli, the next day he'll hate it, one day he'll want tomato on his sandwich, the next day he won't. So it's really cool knowing that I can bridge that gap for him. In that study, we are already seeing lots of results. You know, kids are sleeping better, pooping better, cognitive behaviour. For my children, respiratory, skin, and then craveability. Obviously, for both the adult and the child, when you are putting that sort of cellular level produce into your body on a daily basis, like attracts like. You know, so when you're putting that in there, it's the same as when you eat a whole lot of junk food. Okay, you have a whole lot of sugar or salt, you're going to crave more of that. But if you're putting Juice Plus into your body each and every day, you're going to want less of that, and you're going to start craving more fruits and vegetables, which is pretty amazing. And that's what we're noticing with the kids one. And starting your child with that craveability and building that at such a young age is pretty amazing. Obviously, you still need to eat, because Juice Plus is not designed to replace a healthy diet in any shape or form. But to help you with that, we do have an amazing macro powder or protein powder. And ours is called Complete. 2 yummy flavours, chocolate and vanilla. And these literally have over 30 plant-based ingredients in there. All right, there's superfoods in there. You've got your complex carbohydrates, protein, fibre, all from beautiful things like broccoli, alfalfa sprouts, radish sprouts, millet, quinoa, pomegranate, pumpkin, all these amazing, beautiful things in here. And you can have them in your body before you even leave the house in the morning. They're yummy too, so they make any green smoothie taste good, and I've always been a green smoothie eater, but it does make it a little bit easier to swallow. Again, you know, my 2-year-old, I'll put this into his cereal in the mornings, and that's another huge relief knowing that he's getting that into his body. Vitamin B, complex vitamin B niacin's in there. Niacin's a beautiful mood balancer and great for little people growing inside of us mamas. But we're seeing massive results with anxiety and depression with this as well. So that's pretty cool. And vitamin D, another hard resource when you are pregnant, but you've got mushroom powder and pomegranate in there. So that's pretty unique as well. These are great for pre and post workout. They're great for that sugar fix in the afternoon when you're just wanting a little sugar fix, or for the kids after school wanting a chocolate smoothie, only healthy, which is really cool also. So I love those. And then obviously Juice Plus just felt there was one more nutritional gap that they wanted to bridge, and they felt needed some assistance with. And so they came up with our beautiful omega-3 blend. All right, so this is full of beautiful things in that it's vegan and it's vegetarian. They've skipped the fish. They've gone straight from the algae. Gone straight to the algae, along with pomegranate, sea buckthorn oil, raspberry seed oil, tomato seed oil, and safflower. So this, again, is all to do with brain development and get rid of mummy brain, eyes, heart, again, joint inflammation. All right, so you really don't know what Juice Plus is going to get to you, but, you know, having these 3 areas covered in your diet is pretty amazing to be able to do so. We've only had this for about a month now, but super excited to have it and to add that to our catalogue. And that's all there is, because we aren't one of those companies that has a massive catalogue to overwhelm you with. We are really lucky that we come under an amazing team. Okay, we all come from all shapes of life, some teachers, some, you know, doctors, some firemen, some contractors, whatever. But we've got an amazing team that built our program. So we've got a beautiful program that's built all around Juice Plus. It's deprivation free, no calorie counting, and it's headed by the wonderful Kira Westwick. She is a nutritionist, a mother of 2, and she was runner-up on MasterChef 2014. So she's helped create the Juicy Body Transformation. It's all online and it's all for free whenever you take Juice Plus, for free for life even. We've got over 7 ebooks, over 400 recipes designed by Kira, another 600 whole food recipes in our private page. We've got a gourmet cleanse, a detox. We've got something for the boys, something for the kids. It really helps you when you start craving more fruits and vegetables from taking this, then start creating those in your kitchen. Get that rainbow onto your plate, get the kids involved, and really teach, you know, your family and the likes of around you how you can sustain a healthy diet for life, because it's not a quick fix. It's really there to have that variety and not to keep in the kitchen all day either. They're all quick and easy things to prepare for busy families and busy bachelors or bachelorettes, but there's something in there for everybody. So that's literally our product and our program in a nutshell. I'm just going to get a couple of girls who are going to share how Juice Plus come into their life and some of the results they've had. So I'm going to grab, who's first on my screen? Catherine. So Catherine, how did Juice Plus come into your life? What results have you had so far and why do you love sharing it?
Hi, thank you. Can you hear me okay? That's good. Sorry, my phone got smashed about an hour ago. So Juice Plus come into my life in February last year. I had a 6-month-old baby at the time, and my oldest was 3.5. I was purely exhausted. I was falling asleep. I got to the point of falling asleep driving, so I knew I needed to do something. And because I was breastfeeding, I needed to wanted to find something that was natural that I could use and still feed my baby. So I thought I'll get onto this and give it a go and see what happens. And within a week, it sort of like, I actually thought it was in my head to start with, because like Jana says, we're all a little bit skeptical going, what is this kind of thing? But within a week, honestly, it had changed like my whole sleeping. I wasn't getting any more sleep. I was still lucky to get 3 hours a night, but I was just sleeping better. So, and then I was going to be put on antidepressants because they told me I had postnatal depression. So I decided to do all three because I did start on the berries. I decided to do all three and the shakes. And it seriously changed my life. Instead of paying the hundreds of dollars for the medication and everything, I was able to stay on the the natural products, which was amazing. And I was able to lose my baby weight, which I was never able to lose. So I'd lost 17 centimeters in 6 weeks just by following the program. I'm not a gym person. I was lucky to get out and walk with the kids. So just by following that, just changing around what we were eating, we were sort of doing the same thing anyway, but it just might have added just something different in there, like a spice or something. Like it was just so easy. Oh, sorry, my battery's going flat. It was so easy. So it's just been amazing. We won't go off it now. And and the Omega. I don't actually have to wear my glasses anymore. That's been sort of the biggest one for me. And I can think, which is amazing with 3 little boys. So I can actually think and remember things and what I need to do. So, yeah, they're my little stories at the moment. So I'm excited to stay on. And, yeah, thanks, Jana.
Awesome. Thanks, lovely. And I'm going to grab Mads. Mads is going to share also how Juice Plus come into her life, what results she's had and why she loves sharing it.
Thanks, Jana. Hi, everyone. So Juice Plus came into my life at the end of May. And at the time, my daughter is 3.5 now, and I had probably, he's probably 1 in December. So whatever that makes him back then, it's too hard to think. 6 months. My little boy, he still feeding twice a night, so it was really quite draining on me. The sleeping in between was short, and the next day keeping up with my daughter and then entertaining him and keeping everyone happy and still working. I just returned to work part-time as well, so managing the house, the kids, going back to work part-time, it was really full on. And I noticed after probably 2 weeks of starting on the Juice Plus, I noticed a change in my energy. So I was feeling in the afternoons, I wasn't struggling as much, and I wasn't lethargic, and I didn't need to sit down and, put the TV on for the kids. I could keep them happy and, keep walking and going to the park or playing outside. And even my sleeping at night times, even though we were still up and down a lot of the night, when I was sleeping deeper, and I did notice I was falling asleep quicker, which was a huge benefit for the next day, and that contributes heaps to the amount of energy that you have. If you have a deep sleep, it really does revitalize you the next day. It's amazing. And I thought it was a bit of it's too quick. Like I surely shouldn't be noticing it, this quick, or, maybe it's just a short-lived thing. But no, it's still to this day now, it makes a huge difference to my life. I notice it when I don't have it that day, if I accidentally forget, or if I, haven't taken it to work or whatever. I do feel it in that afternoon. And also with my skin. I've had clearer skin, and along with the program and the capsules, so I've got the trio and the shakes, I have gotten back to my baby weight, pre-baby weight, a lot quicker and a lot easier than when I had Jade, my first child, which was a huge relief. And it's nice when other people notice and say, oh, hey, you're looking good, or, you've lost weight and your face isn't as chubby or something like that. And my daughter is obviously on the chews, and just knowing that she's the typical 3-year-old. So, chicken nuggets and corn one night, rissoles and, something the next, and then she'll say she doesn't like it and she just wants a cheese sandwich. So knowing that I can give her the chews, and knowing that her body and her brain is still getting everything she needs to keep growing, and as she's at such an important stage of her life, learning that she will still be able to grow and develop as she needs to, even though she may choose not to be eating the right food at the time. So yeah, thanks.
Amazing, thank you. So 2 very different shares, and like I said, we see people all the time, have all sorts of results with this, from arthritis to psoriasis, eczema, anxiety, depression. I've got a sciatic nerve that was caused from my L5, from a bulged disc, and that's gone for me. Not something IBS, people, females' menstrual cycles, menopause. We just don't know until we get that sort of nutrition into our body what it's going to be for us. And at the end of the day, it's just, fruits, vegetables and berries. So it's, if anything, it's going to be fighting off inflammation, if not, decreasing what you've already got. So that's our program and product in a nutshell. Just before we hear from our amazing girls that are launching tonight, I'm just going to squash a couple of those fads when it comes along to the business. Because, that's why we're here to hear from the girls tonight. They've joined the business and they're eager to share it with as many people as possible. But I know when I checked this out, I had a few friends and family sort of reach out to me saying, oh, what are you doing? It's one of those structures or one of those schemes. And I really didn't understand what they were talking about, because they were obviously illegal, the pyramid schemes, before I was even born. But the structure I sort of did understand, because really for me, that's where I was in traditional business. When you think about Myer or Coles and Safeway, they've all got their CEO. Okay, there's only one of those, the big wig at the top. And then he's delegating, or she delegating down through the system to the board of directors, state managers, area managers, site managers, section managers within the store, and then to the beautiful people that we see. The people there putting through our shopping each and every day. All right, but I'm too busy to go in and do my shopping most of the time now. I do a lot of mine online. So I'm noticing a lot of these guys, when I do go in for the things I've forgotten, or for the milk or the cheese or whatever I've forgotten, that there's less of these people now and there's more of these electronic tellers. Okay, these people might have been here, 2 years, 20 years, 40 years, and they might be happy sitting there. But some of them might be career driven and they've gone for a few of these promotions above. But at this stage now, when everything's changing, they're being told that they need to upskill, that they need to either go to another store, need to look for another job, or they need to upskill and look for some of these middle range positions, or they need to start doing the shopping for us or delivering it. For them to actually have, to be career driven and to go for some of these jobs, just like me in my government job, I've switched over from the Defence to Department of Human Services. I came into this middle section here. Yes, the money was great. But when I got there, I had all these people, in these lower sections here that wanted my position. They didn't want to show me the ropes. They didn't want to say hi to me. And that's literally how it's like in traditional business. We're all elbowing, kicking, making sure that we stand out, that we look like we're the best, so we can keep getting up those positions. But we're normally, upsetting the people that we were working with or below us. And then we're feeling a little bit guilty up here. And like I said, we're doing more hours, more stress. The work-home balance is just not really there. And the chances of me ever getting to the CEO role, slim to none. I'd have to be in the business or the company for 40 to 60 years to be able to get that position. And that's normally comes from an external. They've already done a CEO role somewhere else, and they've had that tertiary education behind them. What we do is literally that, but on its head, like it's literally flipped over. Our top position is called, I was going to write CEO again, but it's not, it's called National Marketing Director. We come in as what we call a virtual franchisee. We too have various, I'm going to get rid of that texter, various promotion levels, but nobody can come in You know, like I got to come in at this position here in the middle section of traditional business. Nobody can come into the middle section here. We all start as a virtual franchisee. I don't know if this text is much better. But this CEO, just even if him or a doctor or a scientist or a contractor or a teacher wants to come into this position, they can't just jump straight up to here because they've got what they think is the, you know, the requirements to be that middle position as such. We all come in as a virtual franchisee. Somebody sponsors you and links arms with you and looks after you and guides you and helps you create your business, create success how you want to create it. We, of course, will then help you. We don't grow ourselves unless we help you and guide you to get to these positions. If we don't, we will stay there. We won't go anywhere. And neither will you, because it's not a sign-up club. We don't get a bonus for inviting people to this opportunity. But we do, you know, grow ourselves by helping you do that. So when we all come in as a virtual franchisee, we all get that chance to become the top position being NMD. All right, there isn't one person sitting pretty in our organisation. We all get that chance too. And it's really just a beautiful way to do business. It's not competitive as in, you know, the person in the next street's doing the same thing as you, so you need to go and door knock on the next 2 streets before they do. If anything, you go and link arms with them and you go and, you know, build the business together. It's really unique in how you do it. The other thing for me when I came into this business, because I wasn't using social media a great deal coming from the role I'd came from the defence, I didn't think I knew enough people. How was I going to make this grow? And did I have enough time? I was working full time. I was a mum of 2. How was I going to do all this? But, you know, I was introduced to the business by Lauren, a girl I'd never met before, a travelling gypsy as I call her. All right. And she showed me how to share it with a few. Oh, that is terrible, Texter. A few friends and family. Oh, that's even worse. I'm so sorry, guys. I will make sure that is much better for us next time. So I got to share it with a few friends and family. But what also happened, oh, here we go. This is a bit better. So there's me. There's Lauren. That's a bit better for you to see. I found a few people that wanted to either get the product a bit cheaper, wanted to create a travel fund, just wanted to share it with more people, or were like me and just wanted to create a vehicle to really change their lives. So Lindsay was a good friend of mine. She had a beautiful big family that she, you know, like me, thought she was feeding them nutritionally wise really well, but could see a gap that she wanted to bridge, but also realised I'd be making money off her, so she jumped on board. Catherine, who we've already heard from, she had huge results. She shared that on Facebook and it went crazy. And I said, well, don't let me respond to them. Why don't you respond to them? You get your product covered for. You don't worry about your grocery shopping anymore. You do this business. Steph came into my life as well, and she was on the product for a little while and just couldn't believe that we hadn't heard about it sooner. And she just wanted to share it with more people. I showed these girls exactly what Lauren had showed me. Help them find a few friends, family, co-workers, sporting buddies, people on the train, exactly what it is we do. And the same thing happened to these guys. It just started popcorning out, you know, just like how you do the popcorn in the microwave or on the stove. You pop it in there. I went and shared it with a few more people myself. And they too found people that this opportunity could be amazing for. And they went and did teach to teach exactly as I showed them, found a few friends and family, and it just kept going out of control. You know, Catherine found Michelle over in Tassie, who then found her brother Adam, who then found Zoe in Townsville. I would never have met Zoe or Michelle or Adam, you know, but for Lauren, who introduced me to the business, she'd never have met me, firstly, for not reaching out, but she'd never have met Lindsay, Catherine, Steph, any of my customers, and any of these people down here. That's just how unique and how amazing it is just by sharing our journey, because we don't do any of that cold sales. We just hop on to beautiful events like this and then, you know, listen to our beautiful friends and family and offer them an opportunity to, you know, increase their health, I guess. So that's just a little bit I like to squish before we hear from our amazing girls. So who's first? I've got Rochelle first on my screen. So I'm going to highlight you. Don't be alarmed when you pop up on the screen. But how did Juice Plus come into your life? What results are you looking forward to yourself with the product? And why did the business make sense to you?
Hi everyone. For me, I was on social media and I came across a post from Rochelle and we connected, and she told me a little bit about the product, and I was extremely excited when she mentioned the amount of fruit and veg that I could get in a day. We are very busy, we both work, we don't really have the time when we get home to do much of that cooking, so for us it's an absolutely amazing opportunity. For me, I'm in a government-based job and I am looking to create that work-life balance. I want to be able to spend time at home with the daughter and not miss out on the school events and the assemblies and all those good things that other parents get to go to. So it was really a no-brainer. I had a bit of a think about it, certainly had that skeptical thoughts, but after watching a couple of the videos over the Facebook pages, I am just completely sold, and I can't wait to start seeing the results, being healthier, happier, have some energy, and just really create that work-life balance.
Amazing. You practiced. That was the amazing first launch. Well done, Michelle. Brilliant. You just did that in fast forward for me. I was not ready. You just pumped that straight out. I'm so excited for you, Hannah. Have you actually received your product yet?
I have received it. I've got those on Friday and started taking them straight away Friday night. And I must say this weekend, 2 days down, and I still feel like I have had more energy to get up and go than the last 4 months.
Well done. Awesome. I can't wait to see what comes from your journey. All right, you're welcome. I'm just going to grab Sarah. So for you, Sarah, how did Juice Plus come into your life? What results are you looking forward to with the product, and why did the business make sense to you?
Okay. Hi, everyone. So I came across Lindsay's post on Facebook, and it just really intrigued me. Everything that she'd posted and how she'd worded it just intrigued me. So I started asking some questions, and we got chatting, and just finding out about the fact that it was Juice Plus got me excited, because I did look into it about a year ago with my husband, and we were going to try it out, but we just never did. So I already knew a little bit about the Juice Plus, and then just did a little bit more research on it, and just the benefits that that I think it can help with our family, particularly me. I'm not the healthiest person, and I suffer from a lot of sleep issues. I can't get through the day without a nap. I'm constantly tired. I struggle to get out of bed every day. My son, he also has a lot of sleeping issues, and he just doesn't eat anything. So I think it can help in that way. And just really excited to see what it can do after listening and reading all the stories, that the benefits that they've had for everyone, and also the business side of it. So I'm a mum, and I hate going to work every day. I want to be there for my kids, and the guilt just drives me crazy. So
Yeah, amazing. I think that's why a lot of mums are drawn to what we do. So well done, Sarah, and I can't wait to see what the journey will bring for you as well. And last but not least, I'll grab Vanessa. So how did Juice Plus come into your life, and what results are you looking forward to the product, and why did the business make sense to you?
Hi. Well, Juice Plus came into my life about a month ago. It was also over Lindsay's post. I was looking for a job because I'm backpacking through Australia, and I thought, why not? It was something new. I could try it, and it was on social media, so I could do it in my free time. And so we chatted a lot, and it was really interesting what I heard about the product, and I hope the product will allow me to travel healthier, because it's really difficult to travel healthy when you don't have so much money. As a backpacker, you have to travel a lot from hostel to hostel, from state to state, so you can't buy so much vegetables and fruits. So I hope it will allow me to get healthier on the way, and also that I can reach my goals, like travel to New Zealand and maybe go skydiving or something like that. So pay off some adventures. And it made sense to me because all of the things I could read with it inspire women, friends, family, and yeah, all I said above.
Amazing. And that's right. When you are traveling, it's not just the expense of fruit and vegetables, it's how you're going to keep it alive. You're sharing a communal fridge, aren't you? So it's really hard work for you to prepare meals and to stay healthy. Well done, Vanessa, and congratulations on launching again.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So that's amazing. That's our 3 girls. Well done on launching. I know it can be super daunting doing that for the first time or second time, but yeah, I think once you get it done, then you're good to go. So now I'm going to talk about the fun bit, the fun money, I guess we call it. We're really lucky here in Australia and New Zealand. We're on the same business plan, and I think our business plan, because we can share this program, product, and opportunity in over 29 countries, but I really think that our business plan is probably the best out of the 29 countries. So we get paid in retail profit. We get paid in commission. This is what builds up what we call our beach money or our residual income. So it slowly just builds and grows in the background, which is amazing. But what we like to talk about is the bonuses. The bonuses are literally there to help us build strong and wide at the start. They're incentives. So if we get them, we get them. If we don't, we don't. It's not a big deal. But they're really there to help us grow and understand the value in what we can be paid later on. So like I said earlier, we come in as a virtual franchisee. We help you as much as we possibly can to help you get DVF done within the first 10 to 20 days. But the first big bonus is a $400 bonus. All right, and that's for senior direct virtual franchise. Take no notice of the acronyms or their names. It's not a big deal. That means you probably introduced the business to 1 or 2 people. You probably shared the product and program with about 8 to 10 or so people. So you get the $400 bonus. But your teacher that's helping you and guiding you gets the teacher bonus of $400 as well. Okay, and now you yourself are becoming a teacher. You've already, invested your time and helped another 1 or 2 people join the business. You're going to help them get to DVF and stay hot on your heels to get SDVF, and then you too will get that teacher bonus. All right, the next one is sales coordinator. You probably shared the business with maybe 3 to 5 people. Frontline wise, and then you're helping those people below you share the opportunity as well. Okay, because like I said, for some people it could be just to get the product cheaper, just to make, just to go out for dinner once a week, just so they don't have to ask hubby to go and get their hair cut or to get a new pair of socks. Some of those things are really daunting. You just go, I just don't want to ask you. I want my own money. So that's a $600 bonus for you and a $600 bonus for your teacher. All right. And the next one is senior sales coordinator. All right. And by then you probably introduce the business to 8 to 12 odd frontline sort of people, and in whole, your business has probably got about 20 odd in it. All right. And that's a $1,200 bonus for you and a $1,200 bonus for your teacher. All right. And you really, when you get to here, your time does really change where you're spending it, how you're growing your business and what you're sort of doing. Because here you're really starting to become a servant leader. So you're helping all these other people grow their little tribes and businesses below you. So I'm just going to grab a couple of girls just to share, what's happened with them with the business. So I'm going to grab Rochelle. So Rochelle, how did Juice Plus come into your life? What exciting things have happened to you so far? And what are you looking forward to in the future?
Sure. Hi, everyone. Juice Plus came into my life about 5 months ago through Lindsay. At the time, I was a stay-at-home mum of 3 boys. And the best thing is I'm still at home with the 3 boys, but I get to work around them still, and our routine and our activities and all the fun, school pickup, school drop-off, and I'm earning an income around all of that. So that's really exciting for me. But our long-term goal, though, is to have hubby leave his current job, because it's a job that he doesn't particularly like, but he's there to support me being at home with the boys because it's good money. So hopefully down the track, he can actually go and find a job he enjoys and not just have to stay at a job because of the money. So, yeah, that's my story. Short and sweet.
And through your journey so far, hun, you've met some amazing people, and, what sort of self-development and sort of relationships have you built so far?
Oh, the support and community through this is amazing. I never thought doing such a thing would make my personal growth just. I feel like this last few weeks I've noticed such a massive change in myself, and I can actually say I'm quite proud of myself for what I've done. 3 or 4 months ago, there's no way I would have said that. So, and yeah, so.
No, that's amazing. I know I only brought that up because I know just in the last week or so how much you've grown and how much you're glowing. So
Yeah.
well done. And yeah, you know, I know you're as much as you're sort of in this area here where you're growing, but I can see massive things for you. So well done on sharing. So I'm also going to grab Lindsay. For Lindsay, how did Juice Plus come into your life? What exciting things have happened to you so far? And what are you looking forward to in the future?
Awesome. Thanks, Shani. So that's just completely thrown me. Rochelle, that was so awesome to hear you say that, that just has just made my absolute day. But I'll leave that for now. That was so good to hear. So for me, Juice Plus came into my life February of last year, and I wasn't looking for either. I wasn't looking for a product, and I wasn't looking for a business, but I was pleasantly surprised when Jana introduced it to me. The product it's just such a simple way to boost our nutrition. And as Jana said, you know, I was a friend with FOMO that just didn't want to miss out on what was happening pretty much. And if she thought it was good, you know, Jana is insanely healthy. Like, she's a real health nut. So I thought if she thought it was good, it had to be good. That was enough for me. I didn't really need to know much more. So I jumped onto the product. And as she said, you know, the thought of me getting it cheaper rather than her getting it, I was like, why not doing the business? And that was fine for me. I did that, no dramas, for about 6 or 7 months. I was on maternity leave at the time. And I was fine with that. Shared it with enough people. That meant I got the products for free, because I didn't have to, it covered the cost of our whole family to be on it, which is awesome because we were a family of 4 at the time. And that was cool. But then I went back to work. I moved interstate. My job said I had to come back full time if I wanted this position that I wanted, because I wanted to be co-located with my husband, who I'm always, at that time I'd actually been separated from him more in our relationship than we'd been together. So the thought of being with him was, you know, I thought worth going back to work full time. So that's what I did. But lo and behold, when I went back to work full time and put my daughter, who was now 1, into full-time care after being with me every day for a year, it just started pecking away at me from the inside, and it just really broke me from the inside out. And I realized that as much as I had loved that job for, you know, the 11 and a half years that I'd been in it, I realized that it wasn't hitting the mark for me anymore. Yes, it was awesome financially, but it was taking a lot of things away from me. It was meaning I was having to say no to more things to do with my family. You know, I have a 14-year-old boy who literally just got on a plane tonight to go back to his father's house. He's from my first marriage. And because of my commitment to my job, I've missed 12 of his 14 birthdays, and he lives with his father because of my commitment. So I realized I was heading down that track again, and I just decided that that's not what I wanted to do. And that's when I decided to take the business seriously. You know, before that it was just a hobby and a way to get the product cheaper. But at that moment, that's when I went, no thanks, this is not the path that I want. So that's when I took it seriously, and things really, really changed for me then. That's when I actually started to attract other people who were looking for an opportunity and a way to change their life. And I was able to link arms with them and create something really, really special. And this year, when on maternity leave again, I've had my 3rd child this year, and I went with a completely different outlook on my leave. I was just counted today. I've literally only got 2 more months worth of paid maternity leave left before I'm finished, and it's all done. And knowing that, you know, with only 2 months to go, that I have created an income for myself at home around my children, where I no longer miss out, and I'm improving my health and making amazing friends and helping them grow as well. Like, it's just such an amazing opportunity. And watching Rochelle tonight and listening to her share, and knowing that she shared it with Rochelle as well, it's so cool to see her growth and to know that I was a part of that. That's so amazing. I just completely gobsmacked me tonight. So that was so cool. But, you know, tonight's been amazing watching Sarah launch for the first time and Vanessa do her second launch, and it's so cool to be a part of that. So yeah, thanks for letting me share. Sorry I went a little over and a little off track there, Yanni. But it's been a big day. It's been an emotional roller coaster with my boy going home.
I can feel it. And he's such a beautiful boy he is too. I just sent her a message earlier saying he's a little man now. You've got to stop saying he's a little boy, because he's such a little man. A very warm, nurturing, gentle little man. So that was, now I'm choking. Sorry. SSC, done. Q&MD is the next one. I've got created an extra box tonight, but that's all right. Q&MD, and that's a $1,500 bonus for you and a $1,500 bonus for your teacher. And the top one, NMD, $3,000 bonus for you and for you only, because by then your teacher's earning way too much money. They don't need it. You're on about 80 to 120,000, and that's just where you start. It's really, you can keep growing as big as you want to. All right. And I'm just going to point out again, this is constantly growing in the background. Your residual income, take a holiday, this will still keep clicking over. These bonuses are just here as incentives to help you grow. You're going to get this bonus once each time if you hit them, and if you don't, not a big deal, because you have the opportunity to get the teacher bonus for all of those 4 there in the middle. Okay, so bring on 1 person, bring on 10 people, bring on 100 people, help them get to SDVF, SC, those ones there. You've got all those opportunities to get those bonuses. And there's other ones that we don't even talk about on there. But that's just a bit of an idea and a little bit of excitement. So you've got a bit of an idea where the money comes from. And like I said, it's just such a nice way to do business, is we just hop on these sort of events and we share, cry sometimes, and get inspired by each other's stories. But literally it could be for anyone. Obviously it's there to bridge a gap in your diet between what you're eating and what you could be eating. It's just fruits, vegetables and berries. And it's just such a beautiful product, and the program is amazing, deprivation free, no calorie counting, you've got constant variety. It really brings the family together at dinner, and then you've got this amazing opportunity to get your product cheaper or for free. Amazing opportunity to create an income, a holiday fund, pay off your credit card. Or it could be that vehicle to change your life. Bring your husband home from the defence or from FIFO, or your wife for that circumstances. Retire your hubby, maybe not fully yet, way too soon for that. Start travelling. You can do this from anywhere. You just need Wi-Fi, all right? So there's plenty of people that this could be for. You really just got to ask yourself that question, that is what if, what it could be for you, and then take that chance, I guess. And it's been an amazing journey for me so far, and for all these beautiful people that have shared tonight. So a big thank you for them for sharing. Well done to the 3 girls for launching. If you did jump on tonight to support them, thank you. And if you are watching the recording and we didn't get all your questions answered, please reach out to whoever invited you tonight and get those questions answered. So thank you and good night.